Hi everybody, VSG Cal or Kelly here. Today is Thursday, October 2nd, 2014. I'm almost exactly 8 months post-op from vertical sleeve gastrectomy. I had that on February 4th, 2014. So I guess this is going to be my 8-month video. I won't have time on Saturday to make one. I think it's been 2 or 3 weeks since my last update. I think I last weighed in at 143.4 or 0.6. Today I'm 141.4, so that's about 2 pounds in the last couple of weeks. I'm very happy with that. At this point, I'm so close to my goal weight. Any loss, I will take it and run with it. My highest all-time weight was 257. I was 190.2 day of surgery, and like I said, I'm 141.4 today, so almost 50 pounds. It's like 48 and some change, so very happy with that. I think I said in my last video that I was going to settle on 135 as my goal weight. I'm still settling on that. Had a couple NSVs the past couple weeks. I went shopping last week just looking for some new tops. And I saw this dress that I thought was cute, so I tried it on. And it was a size 2, and it fit, and it zipped. I couldn't believe it. I mean, now I'm not saying that I'm wearing a size 2, but, you know, for whatever reason, that dress fit, and it was awesome. I didn't buy it because I love dresses, but I really don't have anywhere to wear one right now, so I didn't want to waste the 50 bucks on it. So that was kind of cool. And then another NSV I had, I don't know if you call this an NSV, but yesterday I was feeling really down, depressed, anxious, whatever. I've mentioned before that my brother's a drug addict. He's been homeless for about a year. I recently saw him. It was the first time in 2 years that I've seen him. And it was just really hard for me to see him, you know, in the state that he's in. So that's been weighing heavily on my mind. And, you know, my pattern is to binge eat, you know. That's how I got up to 257 pounds in the first place, was binge eating. You know, I eat my emotions. I do see the therapist at my surgeon's office. I belong to a support group, and just Facebook and, you know, YouTube and stuff. I consider that part of my support community. But I decided that I needed something more. So there's the thing with my brother going on. And then my mom is about to be homeless. She lives in Michigan. That's a whole long story. I won't go into the details. But basically, her and her husband are packing up their RV and selling everything my mom owns and coming to live here on my uncle's property, about 5-hour drive from my house. So she'll be closer, which is good. But, you know, I'm just... You know, I have a feeling that I'm probably going to end up caring for my mom full time sooner rather than later. Yeah, I won't go into details. But anyway, that's just been really bothering me. So anyway, yesterday I was feeling horrible. I talked to my mom. She was crying on the phone. And then I really wanted to eat. You know, my capacity is pretty good at 8 months out. I would say maximum I can eat about a half cup of food, maybe a little bit more depending on what it is. So a binge eat for me is not truly what a binge eat for me would be before. However, I could eat something and then 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour later have something else. There are ways to overeat your sleeve. I mean, everybody knows that. If you've had the sleeve for any time, or if you read anything about it, there are ways to fuck it up. There are ways to gain your weight back, you know. At 8 months out, I figured out all those ways, you know. Thankfully, I think with the support that I've been getting, I've been able to talk myself down from a lot of those situations, you know. So yesterday I got one of my favorite snacks, which is peanut butter with syrup. I know that sounds really gross, but I love, like, pre-sleeve. I could seriously take a bowl of peanut butter and dump a bunch of syrup on it, mix it together, and eat it like ice cream. So I tried that yesterday. Since having my sleeve, I can't eat peanut butter, and I know this. If for whatever reason, this is the only food that, like, wants to slide back up, no matter if I've had a little bit or I've had it in something or whatever, it just wants to come back up. I don't know why it doesn't sit in there. So I ate yesterday probably 8 tablespoons of peanut butter with syrup on it, and I felt sick afterwards, but I still wanted to eat. It's the craziest thing. Like, I felt like I wanted to regurgitate it. I felt stuck for the rest of the evening, but man, I wanted to eat. But I found something else to do. I distracted myself with other things. I had to really sit and think, okay, Kelly, why are you doing this? You know, I mean, I know why, because that's how I deal with shit. And I know that a lot of stuff's going on right now that's stressing me out, but I had to really sit and think about it and talk myself down from the situation, because I very easily, even though I have that stuck feeling and I was feeling miserable and I was wanting to regurgitate it, I could have totally, just steadily ate for the rest of the night, but I didn't. I had my dinner, and that was it. I was done with it. I just went to bed early, and I was miserable all night long because of that feeling. But it's the craziest thing. Like, I can have that feeling and feel horrible and still want to eat. Like, I can't explain it to you. I mean, it's totally mental. That's why I put a Facebook post yesterday. This is where the work that we do in therapy and support group and just the work that we do on our own really comes into play, is right now. I'm close to my goal weight. I'm close to going into a maintenance phase, and I have these feelings. It doesn't stop. I mean, we just need to find ways to deal with them, and I feel like I'm doing that. I've been doing jewelry making lately, just kind of a hobby and something to keep my hands busy, and I've sold a few pieces. So I've been working on a bracelet for a friend for her birthday, and I put myself into that last night, and then I went to bed early. I was like, I gotta stop this. I can't just sit here and eat. So I consider that an NSV, just stopping myself before it got out of control. What else has been going on? So my classes got all screwed up, and I'm not going to school this quarter. That's another thing that's been bothering me. I'm really upset about that. I registered for fall quarter last spring. You do it at the end of spring quarter if you're not, going summer quarter. So I registered last spring, and I had no idea, but I registered for the wrong math class, which I found out a couple weeks before the quarter started. But the fact that they'd even let me register for it, I thought, well, they must think, that I'm ready for it, because your instructor won't approve you to go on to that higher math class until they think you're ready. So basically, I was going to skip a class, and I didn't do that on purpose. It just happened. Well, then, like a week before the quarter started, I got an email from the professor saying, hey, you didn't take this other previous math class, so you're going to have to unregister from this and go on wait list for the other class. So in order for me to get on wait lists for classes at the time that I need them, which I need to be done by 11 so I can be to work by noon, I had to unregister from all my classes, which I'd already paid for, had the books for, so that I could go on wait lists. Well, then one teacher decided he wasn't the Friday before classes started on Monday, he sent out an email and said, well, I'm not taking anybody on my wait list, so forget that. And the other class, I was like number 9 on the wait list, so I didn't get in. So I was really upset about that. I know if you've gone back to school as an adult, you get in this momentum and this routine of studying and going to school, and it's almost like I don't want to stop because I'm afraid that I won't get my momentum going again. So I was kind of bummed about that. That's been bothering me. But it's kind of maybe a blessing in disguise. My husband has been hired at Boeing. He doesn't have a start date yet. They're just finishing his background check. But he's a full-time student, and if he has to start mid-quarter at Boeing, he's going to be on second shift there. He's going to be going to school full-time and working full-time. So it's probably better that I'm available more and not having to, go to school, and so that I can handle things around here and get our son to football and all that. My husband helps coach the football team, but once he starts work, that'll have to stop, and I'll be responsible for getting him to and from football and, all the parenting and the housework and yard work and stuff. I won't expect my husband to help with any of that if he's going to school full time and working and all that. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise. And then with all this added stress with my family, it's probably better that I'm just sort of taking it easy. I'm still just working 2 days a week. What else? Oh, my hair. Got my hair cut. I mentioned in my last video that my hair loss, it's been kind of steady. I mean, it hasn't been like, huge clumps coming out at once, but just, I've just steadily been losing hair. I said, fuck it. I'm just going to go get it cut off. I've had my hair this short, even shorter before, so I'm no stranger to short hair, but it really makes me look better. I think I look healthier. I was starting to look a little thin up front and in the back, and anyway, it just makes my hair look fuller, and so I'm happy with it. I feel like I had another NSV, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, I know what it was. So I went to the doctor the other day just to get some refills on prescriptions, my asthma medication and my omeprazole, and I got a referral for mental health. So in addition to the therapy I'm already doing, I'm going to start going to therapy maybe once or twice a week, just on my own, just to kind of get me through this rough patch. I've noticed that with the sleeve and not being able to use food as my coping mechanism, a lot of things are coming up. I've been thinking a lot about things and things from my childhood and stuff, the sexual abuse I suffered. I've talked about that before. Those things are coming up. It's weird. It's like I can't stuff my feelings anymore so that everything's right at the surface. I've noticed that I'm more emotional. I'm more angry. I'm quicker to anger and to yelling. So I need to deal with that. I don't have the food to stuff my feelings anymore. So I think I need to deal with them. I'm almost 40. I got to get this shit together. I don't want to go back to 257 pounds. So anyway, that was an NSV for me to go back into more extensive therapy. I have been in therapy before. It's been a long time, but anyway, this will be good for me to get more of that. What else? I think that's it. Oh, next weekend is the Seattle meet and greet. I'm excited about that. Got my costume. Have lots of costume parties to go to this year. I'm really excited because I love costumes. I love Halloween. So I have like 3 different costumes at this point, and I just got invited to another party, so I think I'm going to have to get a 4th. But that's a great NSV, actually, is being able to go to like Value Village or Goodwill and just throw together a costume. I don't have to go to like the costume store to find like the fat lady costume that's all going to be coordinated. I can just go to the Goodwill and get whatever. There's one party that I'm going to. It's a surprise birthday party, and they're doing like a Prohibition 1920s theme. And I was just able to go to Value Village and get like a flapper style dress off, the dress area for $7 instead of going to the costume store and trying to find one that fits me for $50. So that's a good NSV. I think that's it. I probably have more things I could talk about. Oh, I know what I want to say. God, this is getting forever. I think I mentioned this over the summer, but I have acid reflux really bad, heartburn really bad. So after talking to my doctor, I'm taking omeprazole twice a day. I have been for the last couple months, and it seems to be helping. I take it morning and night. So it's kind of shitty. I'm eating Tums, but whatever. I'll be a skinny bitch with heartburn any day, and bald too. Anyway, I better get to work. I hope everyone's doing great, and have a wonderful day. Bye.